Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn y como siempre, I'm so grateful you are here. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and if you are new here, welcome as well. If you enjoy lifestyle, spirituality, self-development, journaling, and all of that good stuff, then make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my weekly videos and you join in on this beautiful, growing community. This is our weekly energy reading for the week ahead, where we are gaining a deeper understanding and higher conscious awareness of the overall energy for this upcoming week and how we can navigate it as our higher selves. I have cleansed myself, cleansed my space. I've taken a salt bath. I did over an hour of deep yin yoga. I went for a walk. I feel so cleansed right now. We are under the Libra Full Moon. I'm filming this on Saturday, April 16th, the day of the Libra Full Moon. And I'm excited to see what messages arise as I channel this reading under this full moon for this upcoming week. So as we are transitioning out of this Libra full moon, let's see what messages are here for us to be aware of for this upcoming week. If you would like to cleanse yourself, cleanse your space, please do so. If you'd like to grab a journal to write down whatever messages resonate with you, whatever comes to mind, comes to heart, comes to spirit for you throughout this reading, please do so. I do live in the city, so just a disclaimer that we may hear some neighborly noises. I do have the windows open because it's such a beautiful day out and I just like having some fresh air in here as I do these readings. So I set the intention that we are going to remain centered and grounded throughout this reading, regardless of any external noises or energies. And I also set the intention that this is for the greater good of all. I set the intention that those who are meant to receive these messages align to this reading. So if you align to this reading, then there may be some messages that you are meant to hear. I have some hertz frequencies playing in the background that are specifically in tune with the vibration of love and self-love, which I felt is very in alignment with this Libra full moon. So without further ado, let's get into this energy reading. And if you resonate with any of these messages, I would love to know which messages you resonate with in the comment section below. I love connecting with you all. Okay, we already have some messages here for us as I was prepping for this reading, but we're going to double check and see if there are any other messages for us. For the collective, this is an energy reading for the collective, for the greater good of the collective, for this upcoming week. For this upcoming week, what is the overall energy for this upcoming week? What is the overall energy for this upcoming week? What is the overall energy for this upcoming week? Are these all the messages for the collective at this time? Are these all the messages for the collective at this time? Are these all the messages for the collective at this time? For the collective's healing, for the collective's awakening, for the collective ascension. Okay, we got one more that came out. So we are going to look at these first ones first, and then we're gonna get into the last one. Whew, okay, so we've got the sun. We've got the sun to enjoy success and happiness. Again, let us keep in mind that this is energy for this upcoming week as we are transitioning out of this Libra full moon, and I feel like these messages are especially going to apply for those that have really soaked up the energy of the Libra full moon and turned inward and aligned with the energies of this moon and did the work, if you will. If you would like to gain more of an understanding of the Libra full moon energy itself, I highly recommend that you check out last week's reading. But we're still going to be gaining an understanding of and feeling the Libra full moon this upcoming week. But I feel like this is, again, a message of enjoying success and happiness after the shadow work that we've done under this Libra full moon, after all the ways in which we have confronted ourselves, after you looking at yourself in the mirror and acknowledging your needs, expressing your desires, assessing the karmic cycles that you may have been repeating, and intentionally taking action to heal, to break those cycles, to transcend from them. And now we're coming into this energy of just enjoying success and enjoying the new beginnings, enjoying reaping the rewards, if you will, and coming into the happiness that we deserve. And I feel like sometimes we can get so wrapped up in the healing, so wrapped up in the shadows, so wrapped up in lifely things, in human things, that we don't grant ourselves the enjoyment of our successes, the enjoyment of our transcending, the enjoyment of our ascension, the enjoyment of us gaining more wisdom, and really allowing ourselves to be happy, allowing ourselves to feel joyful. We've also got the Lord to take charge and to take charge with authority, which I find so interesting that this card continues to come up in these energy readings. And I feel like it is continuous encouragement from the divine to the collective to continue really guarding your passions and continue really taking charge of your life and being that leader of your life, of your journey, of your path, and kind of putting those blinders on of the external world and what others are, what society, what culture is telling you to do, who you should be, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, who you shouldn't be, and really taking charge again of your journey with authority, with conviction, with passion, and not allowing any outside voices to sway you from where your intuition is guiding you, from where the divine is guiding you. Really listening to your heart and nothing else. So it's like this continuous encouragement of like, keep staying focused, keep being the leader of your life, keep, stepping into your personal spiritual power, reclaiming it, right? We've also got the Hunter to track down your fears and desires. This is also somewhat of a repetitive card from the last few months, not as often as the Lord, but I do feel like this is also continuous encouragement for us to be investing our time and energy into getting to know ourselves, getting to know what our fears are, getting to know what our desires are, and really coming into further alignment with our authentic self by acknowledging our fears, confronting our fears, letting our fears go, confronting our desires, acknowledging our desires, and receiving our desires, opening ourselves up to receive our desires. It is so important that we are continuing to embody these two energies at this time in this season of the collective. Lastly, we've got the Shaman to trust in higher forces. Trust in higher forces. The encouragement to trust in divine order, trust in divine timing, trust in divine intervention has really been an emphasis in the past year. And especially now, I feel like it's heightened because the collective is really going through a time of great transition and awakening, and it's just so beautiful to witness when you really step back and see the reality of things. Like, talking about all this was not normal not too long ago, and the fact that it's becoming more of the norm, there's two sides to it, right? We have to practice discernment, but the truth is that people are coming into enlightenment. People are awakening. People are healing. And the collective is experiencing such great changes that are causing uncertainty, that are causing unknowns, that are causing triggers, because the collective is realizing just how much they aren't in control, just how much they do need to surrender, they do need to accept, they do need to let go. And the collective has to trust in the higher forces. The collective has to continue to come back to when fears arise, when worries arise, when stresses arise, when anxiety arises, when all these emotions arise due to the uncertainties, due to the triggers, due to the unknowns, due to not understanding, not having the answers that we desire. We have to trust in the higher forces. This is the time to trust again in divine timing, divine order, divine intervention, and continue returning to that trust. Should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energies do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise, what energies should the collective align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this upcoming week, what energies do you encourage for the collective to be aware of, to align with, to embody, to deeply understand? Should any challenges or obstacles arise? Okay, we've got quite a few cards that came out here, and I just have a feeling like they're meant to be, so I'm gonna leave it at that. The first card that we got is success. And what's coming up for me is, I find it so interesting that success is coming up twice. And whenever we have repeating messages like this in a reading, it's like, I already know that this reading is unfolding so divinely, so in alignment, and these are the messages that the collective is meant to hear. Specifically those who are aligning to this reading. Success. And what's coming up for me, in asking, when challenges or obstacles arise, what energies do we align with? What do we become aware of? What do we embody? And the fact that success came up for obstacles and challenges, I feel like we have to be mindful of the mindset, of the thoughts, of the energies that we are subscribing to amongst, again, all this great change, amongst the transitions and transformations we are experiencing, amongst the uncertainties, the unknowns, the worries, all of that. It's like, what beliefs are you subscribing to? When challenges and obstacles arise, are you already beginning to feel like a failure? It's time to switch that thinking and embody the truth that when you are experiencing great change, when there are some unknowns in your life, when you don't have all the answers, when you don't have all the answers, it's like, you're not a failure. It's not that things are going wrong. What if everything is going right? What if you are coming into your success? What if everything in your life right now is completely successful? What if we redefined success, and instead of it being anything that had to do with material or monetary value, it was like, oh my goodness, I'm changing. My life is changing. That must mean that I'm ascending. I'm successful because I'm ascending to higher timelines. I'm becoming a new me, a wiser me, a more healed me, a more awakened me. I am successful because I am transforming and transitioning, and that means that I'm not stagnant. My life is in forward motion. I'm in movement. I'm successful because things do feel still right now, and things are moving at a slow pace, which is different, and different is good because different means that things are changing. And if things are changing and evolving, then that means that things are growing, right? The only things in life that do not grow are dead, right? And so this is what I feel is coming up for us. And also, again, because we are kind of transitioning out of this Libra full moon, and this is a reading for the week ahead, I just feel like this is also a reading where we are getting an insight as to what's to come. And success is coming. Again, we can embody the perspective and the truth that success is already here. But the success that we are programmed to believe to be success, the success that we are specifically desiring, is on its way. And remind yourself that as you are experiencing challenges and obstacles. We also got delight, which I find so beautiful because we actually got this card last week or a couple weeks ago, which I find so interesting. I'm gonna read the fact that it came up again. It's just like a continued encouragement and affirmation to tap into that. So I want to read what delight is expanding in your life. Clap your hands with glee, spend time with others, go to a community gathering, host a party. The joy you experience will give birth to immense creativity and your life will blossom. Share your happiness and elation with others and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. This is the time to be spontaneous. Do not make hard and fast commitments. Don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in community with others. What has really been coming up for me lately has been the emphasis of allowing ourselves to be happy. And this came up earlier, right? We have enjoy, success, and happiness. The sun energy, to embody that light of the sun. And we also just had, again, the Libra full moon, which is full, which is embodying its full light. So we are encouraged to embody our full light. And yes, with the full moon, embodying our full light will cast our shadows and make them more visible and make them come to the forefront more. But also, you know, when we're not in that energy, we're embodying the full light of the sun. And that really is that beautiful balance that I feel we are all coming into, is like sometimes we're embodying the fullness of the light of the moon, where we are doing that shadow work, where we are seeing those deeper aspects of ourselves and others. And then we also, come day, we are embodying the fullness of the sun and the light of the sun, where we are basking in delight and joy and success and happiness and play, right? Joy has been coming up a lot for me recently as a message, I think, for myself and for the collective. It's time for us to allow ourselves to really be in joy, to really be in delight, to really just have fun, to play, and stop taking life so seriously. We often think that the healing will come from deep shadow work, will come from confronting our traumas, will come from all this seriousness, which is essential. But sometimes the healing comes from us allowing ourselves to be in joy. The healing and ascension comes from us allowing ourselves to play, from allowing ourselves to go have fun and to just let go and be at ease and stop being so wrapped up in all the happenings of life and healing and trauma and all of that has been coming up so much in the past couple of years. Also, what has come up for me recently is that this isn't the time to make hard and fast commitments, like I mentioned here. Like, this isn't the time to be so quick to make a move and, you know, just because you're going through a challenge or an obstacle and you're experiencing unknowns and it's arising worry and stress in you, which all of it is rooted in fear, right? Now is not the time, just because you're feeling fearful, to act on something so quickly to make something happen because you're scared. It's important that we're asking ourselves, am I making this decision? Am I acting upon this action from love or from fear? Due to love or due to fear? Is this coming from a fearful state, or is this coming from a loving state? If it's coming from fear, then do you really want to be acting upon that? Do you really feel that what is going to come from that is a vibration, is an energy that is going to be healing and loving and beautiful? Or do you feel like it's going to be repeating a cycle because you're acting out of the state of fear? Remember that the foundation of our thoughts, actions, all of that is really important, and it is going to cause that ripple effect of how that's going to grow and expand. So allow yourself, when challenges, obstacles arise, if you are in a challenging season, allow yourself to be in delight, allow yourself to be in joy. It's incredibly important. And act from a place of love. We also got purity. And whenever this card comes up, for challenges and obstacles, it's just a reminder that we're being purified. It's just a reminder that we're being cleansed. When challenges and obstacles arise in any way, shape, or form, see it as a form. See it as you being purified. This challenge is taking place. This obstacle is taking place in your life because you're being purified. You're being detoxed. You're being cleansed from this person, place, or thing. We've got thriving. Again, we've got a synonym of success. Okay. Thriving. Embody that energy that you are thriving even in this season, right? Let's not only redefine what we perceive as success, but what we perceive as thriving. Okay. I've always really believed that, so often we're quick to say that we're not in our winning season because we're not, doing all of these accomplishments and sharing it with the world and gaining all of this fame and popularity and whatever. But it's like, bro, if you are healing and you are ascending and you are breaking karmic cycles and you are connecting and relating with yourself in ways you never have before, with spirit, with the divine, you cannot tell me that's not a winning season. You cannot tell me that's not a winning season. You cannot tell me that you are not thriving when you are coming into enlightenment in ways that you never have before. I think this is the first time I ever got this card, so I would like to read the description of it. Thriving. If you draw this card, you are a survivor. And not only do you survive, but you use situations that others might find challenging to thrive. You expand when others shrink. This may be the time to adapt to your circumstances rather than be overcome by them. You have a remarkable ability to step beyond any challenge. You are strong. Others may find shelter in your energy, and right now, that's okay. Through giving to others, you are in turn nourished. This card may be urging you to step into the primordial, powerful, wild part of yourself. Doing this will increase your vitality and contribute to your overall well-being. So, it's just this thriving energy, y'all. In a time of challenge, when others find a challenging or obstacle time as a time to shrink, we really do have the power to use it as an opportunity to expand and to thrive. Lastly, we've got miracles. Miracles have also really been coming up for me lately, and the importance of believing that miracles take place every single day and reminding ourselves that as soon as we wake up, we already experienced the miracle simply by waking up. Miracles happen, and believe that a miracle can happen to you. A miracle can happen to you. Affirm yourself in challenges, in obstacles, whatever it is that you're going through, no matter how bad it may be. believe that you can experience a miracle and that your whole life can change in an instant. Again, trust in higher forces and do not doubt in what the higher forces are capable of. What do you encourage the collective to focus on healing this upcoming week? What do you encourage the collective to focus on healing this upcoming week? What do you encourage the collective to focus on healing this upcoming week? What do you encourage the collective to focus on healing this upcoming week? What do you encourage the collective to focus on healing this upcoming week? What do you encourage the collective to focus on healing this upcoming week? As we move on from transition away from the Libra Full Moon, are there any other messages for the collective on what to focus on healing? Or an affirmation as to what is healing at this time? Are there any other messages for the collective in regards to healing? Any other messages for the collective in regards to healing? Okay. We've got quite a few here. Let's get into this. Grounding. My friends, what are you grounding yourselves in? I have a journaling prompt for this Libra Full Moon, which totally recommend, if you haven't gotten into those journaling prompts, that you get into them this upcoming week. It's not going to be too late to dive into them. I have a prompt that says, what truths are you choosing to root, ground, and center yourself in? It is so important that we are being mindful as to what truths, what beliefs, what values we are grounding ourselves in. And what's going to be incredibly healing for us at this time, as we are experiencing all of these higher vibrational, all of these otherworldly, all of these ascending energies that have to do with the non-3D realm, that impact the 3D realm, that are very, very spiritual. It's important for us that as we are really in this spiritual state and tapping more into that we are grounding ourselves in earth energy, that we are grounding ourselves in our humanness, because we ultimately are in this human experience, y'all, and it's important that we are grounding ourselves and not getting lost in the sauce, right? So how are you grounding yourself? Take a moment to journal that prompt. We also got teaching. Teaching will be very, very healing for the collective at this time, because ultimately we are all learning from each other. So when we accept the truth that we ourselves are teachers by nature, and by nature we are taught by others, that others are our teachers, when you adopt that perspective, it is incredibly healing, because then you realize that it is all an opportunity to learn. You become a student of life, and you also reclaim your power in knowing the truth, embodying the truth that you yourself are a teacher. And in just being on our authentic selves, we are teaching. In simply going about our day-to-day in our interactions, we are teaching. But we also have, the power to consciously choose what it is that we would like to teach others. So if you were a teacher, what would you teach? That is something to reflect on this upcoming week. We've also got healing energy. I feel like this is just an affirmation, confirmation that we are experiencing a lot of healing energy at this time. Everything is incredibly healing at this time. Everything really is a spiritual experience at this time. We've had this card come up quite a bit in the past few weeks as well, and I feel called to look into the booklet of this one. Drawing this card guides you to work with energy on a healing level. Take a class, go and receive Reiki healing, or just sit in meditation and concentrate on mindfulness. With the healing energy of divine love, you do not have to know how to do anything. Just sit quietly, set your intention, and and let Creator's love fill you up. When you are living in a vibration of healing, you not only affect yourself, but those around you. Others can connect with your energy, and their vibrations can rise as a result. There is no force to this. This is basically how energy works. Your vibrational charge will affect change in the ones you are close to. Alternately, this card signifies healing is taking place within a relationship. So again, this is just a confirmation that we are amongst a lot of healing energy at this time. I mean, we always are, but we are not only encouraged to acknowledge that, but to take action on that, right? To invest in healing in ways that we feel intuitively called. We've also got Ancient Wisdom. This is a card also that has come up quite a bit in the past few months. And I feel like this is just encouragement for us to tap into our ancestral wisdom, to tap into our ancestral lineage for further healing, and for us to not be so influenced by what others are doing to heal, but for us to tap into what is true for us that will assist our own healing journey. And also acknowledging that there's so much, there's like this new age wisdom, right? All this new age spirituality that is taking place, that many coming into spirituality are being influenced by, but we have to honor the ancient wisdom that has come before this new age. And that's why I emphasize, like, turn to your ancestral wisdom, to what it is that your ancestors practiced, because that will lead you to ancient wisdom. And also, Mother Nature in and of itself is a divine teacher, is full of ancient wisdom. So this is a beautiful time for us to be spending time with Mother Nature, to be grounding ourselves with Mother Nature's ancient wisdom. And lastly but not leastly, we've got truth, this continuous theme and encouragement to align with the truth, confront with the truth, embody the truth, is doing profound work in our healing at this time, and is something that we all need to tap into, is the truth. It has come so much. It was essentially the main theme of last week's energy reading for this Libra full moon, is to align with the truth, focus on the truth, acknowledge the truth, don't run away from the truth, heal with the truth. Okay. What do we focus on surrendering? What is the collective encouraged to focus on surrendering? What is the collective encouraged to focus on surrendering? What is the collective encouraged to focus on surrendering at this time? Are there any other messages for the collective in regards to what to focus on surrendering? Are there any other messages for the collective in regards to what to focus on surrendering? We got one extra card that came out. Let's look into these first ones that came up as I was prepping for this reading. We've got surrender to inner peace. Peace has also come up as a highlight, as something to place our focus on at this time in this season, prioritizing peace, not allowing any external energies to disturb our peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. We also got surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Don't allow the drama to take over you and your energy. You don't have to embody it. You don't have to integrate it. You don't have to take it on, because ultimately these external energies do not belong to you to begin with. So if drama encounters you, be mindful of how you respond to it. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Don't cultivate more drama by feeding the drama, by responding to drama with drama, okay? You don't need to do all that. We also got surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. In this week's podcast episode, I touched on this, on how feeling your body is feeling spirit, and how spirit is always communicating it to us through our body. Our bodies are so incredibly wise and have so much spiritual knowledge and wisdom and messages for us that we can receive and open ourselves up to becoming aware of when we tune into our bodies. So I expand on this in my podcast episode that I dropped this week. So if you want to check that out, check it out. It's episode 57, I believe. But yeah, y'all, this is a time for us to be listening to our body, communicating with our body, and opening ourselves up to really becoming more intimate with our bodies. We've got surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Lastly, but not leastly, we've got surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Silence can heal and replenish you. Go on a silent retreat. Spend a whole day where you are intentionally fasting from words and you are not speaking at all. You're in complete silence, and you will be surprised what may come from it, what will come from it. Okay, what are affirmations for this upcoming week for the collective? What are the affirmations for the collective for this upcoming week? What are the affirmations for the collective for this upcoming week? Are there any other affirmations for the collective for this upcoming week? Are there any other affirmations for the collective for this upcoming week? Okay, we've got quite a bit here, so let's get into them. We've got, I now create a wonderful new job. So this is for those of you who are calling in a new career, new job, new environment. I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in a wonderful location, and earning good money. This is possible for you. Believe it. Affirm it. I am safe in the universe, and all life loves and supports me. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. You are divinely protected, my friend. Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. This is major Libra full moon energy right here. My heart is open and I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself, I love others, and others love me. The way in which we love ourselves really does reflect the way that others love us, how we love others. Self-love is incredibly important. I forgive myself. Forgiveness is a huge theme in our healing at this time as a collective. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not feeling good, of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. Again, there is the emphasis of self-love. My life works beautifully. Everything in my life works now and forevermore. Everything is in divine order. Everything is in divine order. Lastly, I prosper wherever I turn. I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere. I am blessed and prospered. Affirm the abundance that exists within and without. We are transcending from the timeline of self-limiting beliefs. We are rewiring our brains. We are vibrating higher and adopting new beliefs. Again, switching our perspective as to what we deem as success how we define success, and what we deem as thriving, how we define thriving. My friends, so much healing continuing to take place. I hope that you resonated with one or more of these messages, and if you did, please let me know which ones in the comment section below. This is a really beautiful upcoming week we're being affirmed that success is not already here, but the success that we seek and desire is on its way. And we just have to continue to trust in the higher forces, continue to trust and root and ground ourselves in the beliefs in the belief and truth that all is in divine order, that divine timing is real, and so is divine intervention. When things aren't going the way that we imagined, we are being divinely protected. Keep affirming yourself. Keep adopting a perspective that actually serves your highest good. Practice mindfulness. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Peace and blessings. Bye.